Shopify Tutorial 2023 for beginners, how to create a Shopify store step by step. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how you can create a Shopify store, and we're going to be going in great depth. So please do make sure to watch this video till the end and gain all the information you can. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Now, to come to the Shopify page, all you need to do is you're going to open a new tab. And this is exactly what you're going to write in the URL to be redirected. You're going to write website worldmedia.com/Shopify. Okay, you're just going to write this and you're going to enter it. And once you enter it, you're going to see that you're going to be redirected to Shopify. That's how you access it. It's pretty easy and it's pretty simple. And this is like the only way you can access it. So it's pretty easy, pretty accessible. So I'm going to leave this link in the description as well. Or you can just copy me and put it in the URL. Pretty simple. Now, once you're over here, what you're going to see is, all the stuff, the global commerce platform, build your business with Shopify to sell online, offline, and everywhere in between. Then you can see, discover why millions of entrepreneurs from Shopify build their business from hello world to IPO. You have millions of merchants worldwide. You have 170 plus countries that, represent Shopify. And then obviously 10% of total US e-commerce, 444 billion plus global economic activity. Like, how crazy is that? That is insane amount of money. And then obviously you're going to be contributing in this. And then if you keep going down, you keep getting an overview of Shopify. So you can check this out later if you want to. But what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to head straight into the sign up process. Now, how do you sign up? Basically, you're going to come up here and click on Start Free Trial. Now, do know this, Shopify does not have a free plan. It has a free trial, which lasts for, I think, 3 or 4 days. After that, you're going to need to buy at least a basic plan, which is around $8 per month. So, now that we've gotten that out of the way, here it says, let's get started. Which one of these best describes you? Now, you could, put in I'm just starting, or you could put in I'm already selling online or in person. Now, if you're already an experienced e-commerce seller, you can go with this option. But obviously, like, assuming you guys are just starting, I'm going to go with this. And once you do that, you're going to click on next. Where would you like to sell? Pick as many as you like. You can always change these later. We'll make sure you set up to sell in these places. So now, you get all these options, okay, and these options are necessary to pick because according to this, Shopify will know where you're going to sell. So obviously we're out here to make an online store, so we're going to keep this box here checked. Now, once this box is checked, as you can see here, it's going to say an existing website or blog. Add a buy button to your website. So this is obviously an already existing website. So let's say you have a website made from, some external website creator which did not give you the, privileges to make an online store. So you can make an online store through Shopify on that existing website. Then you have social media where you can reach customers through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and more. You can do, different types of marketing, social media marketing, email automations, all that stuff. Then you have online marketplaces, and then in-person selling. Obviously, in-person selling is more the in thing nowadays, but we're here to make online stores, so we're going to keep it on this, and we're going to click on next. So what do you plan to sell first? Pick what you want to start with. Will help you restock your store. So here you can see you have products I buy or make myself, digital products, drop shipping services, print on demand, all that stuff. Now, Shopify is more notorious for, drop shipping. So I would personally recommend that you go ahead with drop shipping products. But obviously, at the end of the day, it all depends on you. It all depends on, your preference and how you want to go ahead with it. So again, I would go with drop shipping products, but you can go with, you can also go with products I buy or make myself, etc. So yeah, I'm going to keep it on drop shipping products for now. I'm going to click on next. Now, what would you like to name your store? Now, this is totally optional because you can change this later in the setting, but let's just go ahead and keep it. So, John's Good Store. Okay, we're just going to call it that, and we're going to click on next. Where will your business be located? Obviously, use your default country for, the default shipping rates and recommended apps, because if you use the wrong country for Shopify, trust me, it's gonna make a lot of issues for you, because when it comes to, all the shipping rates and stuff, when your items are shipped, in that case, it's gonna make a lot of issues. Unless you're, making a drop shipping page, then it won't matter much, because in drop shipping, you're gonna ship from other places anyhow. So yeah, just keep the correct country if you're doing like physical exchanges of products. Now, I'm going to click on next. And once we click on next, we're going to come here where it's going to say create a Shopify ID. So this is where we're going to, put in our email address and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead with continue with email. You can continue with your Facebook, Apple ID, or Gmail. Now, I'm going to be using a temp mail. If you don't know what a temp mail is basically a temporary email address that you get, and you can use this to basically temporarily sign up with something if you want to. Now, I'm using a temp mail obviously for the video purposes, but you can use a proper email if you want to. And I would recommend a proper email for you as well, because temp mails are relatively easier to lose. So just use a proper email, okay, if you can. And once you create a good strong password, just go ahead and create your Shopify ID. Now here, as you can see, it starts building our store. You can, save all your information if you want to. And once all of that is done, you're just gonna, be taken straight into your own online e-commerce store. So let's just wait for it to, take things into escalation. Let's just wait for it to, take us into the store. And here we are. Here is our Shopify store. This is basically our dashboard, okay? And our dashboard is the place where you're gonna see, different types of settings. It's like a whole overview of things, okay? In the left-hand side, you can see all these things like home, orders, product, customers, content, analytics, marketing, discounts. Then down here in the sales channel, you can see online store, POS or point of sale, and then you also have the add app section. And this is like a good addition to the Shopify store, because they did not have the add app section before. So to like get started off, we're gonna go and head over to settings. Okay, now once you're in settings, like these are basically your general settings. Your general settings are basically, all your store details and all that stuff. So over here, remember when I told you that you can just change your store's name and all that stuff later on? Basically, this is the place. You're going to go to settings, you're going to go to general settings. And once you're in general settings here in store details, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to, this profile section over here. Now, in the profile section, as you can see, if I click on edit, you can edit your store name if you want to. You can also edit a phone number. This is for, your two-factor authorization if you want to get into that. Then obviously you can change your store contact email, and then there's the sender email. This is the email that's gonna send, emails to the customers. This is the email address your customers will see. So you can change this, keep it differently if you want to. That's obviously totally dependent on you. Then obviously there's your billing information. Billing information is basically dependent on the area you're living in. And remember I told you why adding your own country is it's pretty necessary? That's because if you add a different country, it's going to keep the billing information based on that country. And the billing information is based on, like, let's say if they want to bill you for some reason, like let's say you buy a premium plan of Shopify and they want to bill you. This is the address they're going to send the bill to. They have to know where to send the bill. So you get the point. Then down here, obviously, you could say currency. Then down here, obviously, you see your time zones. And these are also necessary because time zones are what's going to show on your, main store, so that people will know when you're active, when you're not active. You're going to choose your metric system as well, like your unit system. It could be metric or imperial. That depends on you. Okay, imperial is obviously the pounds and stuff. Metric is grams and kilograms. Now, this is for, your shipping and stuff, because in shipping, you're going to need to, confirm the weight of the product that maybe you're drop shipping or maybe you're sending yourself. Then there's the order ID format. This is shown on the orders page, customer pages, and customer order notifications by identity orders. Customize your order ID format by changing the prefix or adding a suffix. Changes are applied to future orders. So the prefix, like your order will appear as let's say this is the default order, okay, 1001. You could, call it as, it's John's Goods Store, right? So you could call it John's Goods Store. and then there's 1001, and you can like add some thing after it, dash say 05. Maybe that's your trademark or something like that. And once you add something like that, you'll know that okay, this is John's Good Storage product. So once that is done, you're gonna click on save, and these are your basic general settings. Now we're gonna head over to payments. Okay, now payments is also a pretty, let's say, essential place to mess around with your settings, because if your payments aren't correctly set it up, if your payments aren't correctly processed, then there's no point in running an online store, because your payments are the sole reason that your basic online store basically gives you, you could say, motivation to run. So payment providers are so people can send you money. Now it could be, you could accept payments through PayPal, it could be through card, it could be through bank transfer, and all that can be set up by, if you go and choose a provider. Okay, now in choose a provider, basically you have all these third-party payment providers. Now make sure to go with the one that's available in your country. Now, as you can see, these are unavailable in my country, but to checkout is, and you're also going to see what to checkout, like what the available provider provides. So as you can see, this provider provides Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, JCB, and Diners Club. Now that works for me, so I'm going to go ahead and click on to checkout. And once you go here, obviously you have all these steps that you can basically go through. So as you can see, you're going to need to create a to checkout account, log in and activate your to checkout account, access the integrations, webhooks, and API section in your cPanel. Then under the API section, copy the merchant code and paste it in the merchant code field on the page. You're going to basically paste it here. Then generate a new INS secret password and paste it in the secret word section, which is down here. And once you do that, click on save. In the redirect URL section, click enable return after sale. So after all of that is done, just save it, and yeah, you're going to be able to, process payments and everything. You can also enable test mode, so you can, essentially test your payments to see if they actually work. So yeah, once you're done with all that basically sums up your payments. That's how you're going to set up your payments. You can also keep ported payments if like your first payment provider goes down. So yeah, that's pretty easy to work with. Then there's also manual payments. Manual payments are, pretty simple. Money order, bank deposit, cash on delivery, pretty basic stuff. So I'm going to skip that, and we're going to head over to checkout. Now, checkout is also pretty, you could say, necessary. You could say checkout is the place where most of your products are going to cross this place, okay? Most of the people or customers are going to cross this place, so you're going to make sure that this place has no errors. Now, first of all, there's the customer contact method up here. So select what contact method customers use to check out. Customers will receive order and shipping notifications configured in notification settings. So you have your phone number or email, then you have your email. Then to send SMS updates, you need to install an SMS app. Okay. Then obviously you have more information down here. Show a link to download the Shop app. Customers will be able to track their order on the Shop app. This requires the customers to log into their account before checkout and all this stuff. So you can configure this accordingly if you want to. Then, but these are all the contact methods, and be sure to turn this on, like this one on, because it's pretty essential. And then you can also choose what way to contact them. You can contact them phone number or email, totally dependent on you. Then there's customer information. Okay, now customer information is also pretty essential, because this is like what you'll display to them. So full name only required, last name I'd recommend require first and last name. Then there's the company name, optional. Okay, this is totally optional for them. Then address line 2, again optional. Shipping address, phone number. So most people don't actually know this, so I'm gonna keep it on don't include. Then show tipping at checkout. You can turn this on if you want to. Customers can choose between 3 presets and enter a custom amount for themselves. And then obviously down here you have order processing. While the customer is checking out, you can use the shipping address as the billing address by default. The billing address can still be edited. Then you have use address auto completion. Offer suggestions when customer enters this address, which is, if like the address is saved and auto completed from, their Google and stuff. And yeah, so that's like most of the things that come with, the checkout page and everything. And you can work around with this as much as you want. But obviously, once we've discussed the essential checkout, let's go ahead and discuss the more important stuff, which is shipping and delivery. Yes, this is the powerhouse of everything because and delivery is, actually what actually gets our product, whether it's drop shipping or maybe your own product or maybe print on demand products. Shipping is what actually gets your product from one place to another, from like you to your customer. So in my opinion, shipping and delivery is like one of the most important, if not the most important factors of your page. Now, to set up your shipping, basically, you're going to come here and as you can see, general shipping rates. Rates for domestic and international, you're just going to come over to manage. Okay. Now, once you come over to manage, obviously, as you can see a lot of stuff over here going on. So here you have shipping zones. Obviously, this is the domestic zone, which is obviously inside your own country, which is like the local shipping, you could say. So you can add rates for this. So you can either set up your own rates or use carrier or app to calculate rates. So I'd recommend keep it by yourself. Okay. So the rate name, you could keep it standard and keep your own shipping rate. Like, in my case, I could keep it 100 rupees or 200 rupees. That depends on me. And then you can also add conditions to, add a bit spice to it. So based on item weight or based on order price. So if the order is, under 1,000 rupees, let's say, then that is the only case when they're like gonna, put the shipping rate. Let's say if like the price goes above a certain point, you can remove the shipping rate because, if someone's making a big purchase off of your website, that's the least you can do. So once you do that, just click on done. And as you can see, you just added a proper shipping rate. And then comes the international. This was obviously just the standard one. Then there's, international. And you can add the shipping rate again the same way. Just make sure to choose the country. These are all the countries that can ship to your country, so you can like check these out if you want to. And if there's not a country that you want to ship to and it's not shown here, then you can, maybe contact the people at Shopify and discuss it with them that okay, I have an issue. But once we've done all this, we're going to save this and let's go ahead to the cream of the cake. So let's head over to online store under in sales channel over here. Now, online store. This is where you're essentially going to be doing all the editing and you're going to be doing all, the artistic stuff, the designing and all that stuff. Okay, this is where all that's going to happen. Now, when it comes to, building a proper full-fledged e-commerce website, your design and, your editing, all that is pretty, that stuff is what's actually going to get you the views. That stuff is actually what's going to lead to, people actually coming to your page. Like, be honest to yourself. If you see a website that, maybe has great products, but let's say it doesn't look too well. It looks pretty bad. Like the editing, the design looks like someone didn't pay a lot of attention to it. Then automatically you will be thrown off that, okay, the products are good and whatever, but come on, like this person could have put more effort into, the designing and stuff. So we know, like, let's establish this, that for a good website, for a successful website, obviously your ethics and work way and stuff, all that matters as well, but your design and your theme and your editing matter equally. Now, once we're here, okay, what we're gonna do to start editing, you're gonna just go over to customize. But before going into that, you're gonna need to create a proper logo for your website, and you can create a logo if you go to logomaker.com. This is the spelling, logomakr.com. Okay, and once you're here, you're just gonna go on new design up here. And once you go in new design, okay, as you can see, it loads you in pretty quick, and it's like a great design place. So let's say you want to create a logo. I'm gonna quickly like go ahead and skim through a logo for myself. Okay, so obviously a logo should be a circle, and once I'm over here, I'm just gonna go ahead and add some, funky text in here, type something. So obviously I am John's Goods Store. Okay, I'm gonna write that. Make sure the font of the text is visible. So once you choose this, there you go, John's Goods Store. And once we keep it here, just go ahead and add some funky stuff around it, and make sure to put it in the middle. Now, once it's in the middle, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go with this. You can add more stuff to it if you want to, but I'm just gonna go with this. I'm gonna go ahead with this. I'm gonna go and click on Save Logo. And once you click on Save Logo, you're just gonna easily go ahead and download your files. And here you can see converting your logo into high resolution for you. Okay, now once it does all the converting, here you can see it asks you to pay up a small amount, but you can just go ahead with this. Okay, and as you can see, pretty decent logo. But if you don't want to pay, you can just always go ahead, go to canva.com. Okay, and once you're in canva.com, just create your logo over here, because as we all know, Canva is totally free, and making a logo over here is like cake. Like, it's so fun, and it's extremely easy to make. So you get the whole point. So just create yourself a logo, okay, and make sure it's pretty good. It's pretty decent logo. And once you're back here, now you have a logo. Now let's go ahead and decide a theme for ourselves. So you see, you can get all these themes over here, okay? Now, these themes are pretty good, but you can also see more themes if you go on this page over here. Now, once you're here in themes, okay, you can go to the Shopify theme store through this page. And as you can see, you get tons and tons of different themes over here, okay? These are like a wide collection of themes, and you have Sense, Taste, Spotlight, Ride. All of them have different discrete names, and they're totally free. These ones are totally free. You can also get paid ones, and the paid ones, let me tell you, the paid ones do work amazingly. Like, I can't emphasize on how great they look and how great they work. But obviously, they're paid, and no one actually enjoys paying for a theme. So obviously, it depends on you on whatever you want to go with. So obviously, these are the free ones, and you can just go ahead. Like, the theme you have right now is the default theme known as the Dawn theme, but obviously you can go ahead and choose whatever type of theme you want to go with. And as you can see, the themes over here, they look pretty good. Like, they have the Sense theme, Taste theme, Spotlight, Ride, Publisher, Craft, Color Block, Origin, Studio, Refresh, Crave, all this stuff. So you can go with whatever, like, whichever one you think looks good, and whichever one you think is going to be good for, your, you could say, online store. So again, depends on whatever is your cup of tea. So let's say I'm going to go ahead with Ride. Okay, you're going to go ahead with Ride. And once you go ahead with Ride, you're going to check over here. You're going to see, okay, yeah, this looks good. You can also view the demo store by clicking over here. And once you go and view demo store, as you can see, this is the demo store, and look at how cool it looks. Like, I like what I see. Looks pretty nice, looks pretty decent. And you can like check it out as much as you like. You can see all the, the color scheming and all that stuff. And you can also see the mobile version. So in the mobile version, again, it looks pretty good. And I think it's gonna look good according to what I have to offer. So as you can see, pretty good stuff going on. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just add this theme, and for that I'm gonna click on try theme. Okay, now once you click on try theme, you're gonna choose the account you want to try it on. This is the account I want to try it on, so I'm gonna put it on that. And once you put it on that, you're gonna come back here. Okay, wait, let me just click on try theme once again. And once you've clicked on try theme, as you can see, adding this theme to your online store themes. And once the theme has been, successfully added into our online store, adding Ride. So as you can see, it's loading. It's just going to take a few seconds, or, maybe a minute or two to load in, because it's a proper theme and it loads in, the whole layout and stuff. So here you go. Now, for me, it loaded in like a few seconds, but for you, it might take a minute or so, depending on how fast your system is. And once the theme is loaded, now is where we're going to get into, the tricky parts, which is the whole customization of the page. So we're going to go here down. Okay, we're going to click on customize. And once you click on customize, what that's going to do is it's going to bring you over here. Okay, now this is your proper, you could say, blueprint. Okay, this is your background, this is your blueprint, and this is where you're going to start doing your whole editing with, the drag and drop stuff and all that. So this is what we're going to be doing. This is what we're going to be starting off with. So, just keep on watching, stay tuned, because it's about to be a pretty bumpy ride. So, first of all, here you have your header. Okay, this is your header, and if you click on it, in the right hand side, like on the left hand side, you can like drag and drop the header stuff if you want to. You can add block, add sections in your header, and all that stuff. So this is the header. Now in the right hand side over here, you can see you can get the header desktop position and all that stuff. So look at that. You can put the header in top left, put it in middle left, put it in middle center, and all that. Okay, that totally depends on whatever is the look you're going with. And remember when I had you make a proper logo? You're probably wondering, what am I supposed to do with a logo? Okay, now don't worry. Once you have, opened this header and stuff, what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically come here, okay? And once you come here, you're gonna basically go to theme settings, and once you go in theme settings, down here you can see it shows logo. Now once you see logo, you're gonna click on logo, and you're gonna click on upload image, and you're gonna go ahead and upload the logo you just picked off. Now I'm just gonna choose the logo. Okay, now I'm just choosing a random photo, but you get the point. Make sure it's a good logo, looks pretty good, looks well. And once it's done, you're gonna upload it, click on done. Okay, and once you do that, we're just gonna wait, and as you can see, there it is. Now you can change its size accordingly, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Now do you know this, that once you upload a logo, the text actually goes away? So that's why make sure that your logo has the name in it, like has the name of your store in it. And just choose the vertical offset accordingly, like whatever vertical offset you want to keep. Again, choose the desktop width as much as you want to go with. And down here, obviously, you have the text, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Then obviously there's the custom CSS. Now this is obviously CSS coding, and if you know coding, please do go ahead and do this. But if you don't, then I'd recommend that you just stay out of that, because we don't want to mess around with that, do we? Now that was the header. Now you're probably wondering, what is this? How do we change it? Like, what if you don't want to put in welcome to our store? So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna click on it. And once you click on it, in the right hand side here, it's going to, show you a text. So you can change this text to, like, you could change it to order online for in-store pickup or local delivery. Okay, you're going to add something like that. And once you do that, you can change the alignment of the text. Okay, you can put in the left, center, right, whatever you want. And then you can also change the, you could say, background. Can inverse it. I recommend keeping it at accent 1, because that goes along with like the color scheme of the page. And once you do that, you can also keep a link for this. Now, what does a link do? Basically, if you click on this, this is going to link you to a certain page. So let's say if I were to link it to, the contact page, okay? If I do that and I save that, wait, let me show you what it's actually going to do. Now, if someone clicks on this, look at this. They're going to be redirected to the contact page. So again, pretty cool thing to have. You can add link pages and stuff. This isn't necessary, like, what I just did. You don't necessarily need to do that. I only did it for, the video purposes. Now, as you can see, I wrote order online for in-store pickup or local delivery, and they added an arrow once I added a link. So how cool is that? They add these things themselves. And this is one of the things I like about, Shopify. Now, you can also like change the color of the background accordingly to yourself. And how you're going to do that is like just click on header or something. And once you do that, again, go down in theme settings. And once you're in theme settings, you're going to make sure to, enable the whole theme and once the whole theme is enabled, you're going to go here on left where it shows you a brush, and you're going to click on theme settings, and you're going to go down in colors. You're going to make sure to find the header section. So your header section's obviously going to be here, and here you are. So you can choose the accent color. Look at that. You can change the color accordingly like this. Like, let's say I want the accent color to be, let's go with, a bit of a light green, you could say. Now there we are. You can choose your accent color like this. And then obviously, once your accent color is chosen, you can also go ahead with some more detail. Okay, now some more detail, you're probably wondering, what do you mean by some more detail? Some more detail meaning that you can change the primary colors that come with your page. Now those primary colors could be, these, and like these are your font colors, which you can mess around with. Once you mess around with your font colors and everything, let's go ahead, go to your home page so we can mess around over here. Now, here's saying browse for our latest products. So we're going to click here. I'm going to click here. And once I click over here, obviously it says browse our latest products. Then you have a button down here. Now, if you click on ad block, okay, you can add a caption or text accordingly if you want to. But let's say you want to go ahead and add an image. So for that, all you're going to do is you're going to click over here and you're going to go on select an image, or you can explore the free images that Shopify brings you with. And I'm going to go on shop local because obviously we have a local dropshipping store. I'm going to go ahead and add this. I'm going to click on select. Now, once you click on select, what you're going to do is you can change the image height accordingly if you want to. I'm going to click keep it on adapt to image because that's like more useful. And once you do that, desktop image width, again, keep it on medium because, we want a good image. Then you can choose the content position accordingly. Once you choose all of that, make sure the color scheme is, according to whatever you like. Now, make sure the color scheme is different from what the picture's color scheme is. So in this case, background 1 looks pretty good, so I'm going to keep it at that. And once you do that, you can also keep ambient movement and stuff if you want to. So as you can see, the picture starts moving. In this case, it doesn't look very good, so we're like just gonna keep it off. And then you can also add padding to this. Now, padding is basically, you could say, how further it is from the upper section. So that's the padding, and you can, mess around with that if you want to. So as you can see, I added the padding, and now like the boundaries are gone and the picture looks more fuller now. I'm just gonna decrease it a bit more so it doesn't cut it off, and there we go. Now, once that is done, you can also choose the thickness of the borders of the photo. Obviously, there we go. There's the thickness. I'm just gonna decrease it a bit. That's a bit too much for me. And yeah, there we go. Once we've decreased that, you can also mess around with the opacity and all that stuff. And once that is done, you can just go ahead and remember how I told you, you can change text. Just click on the text, come here. So, and like, let's say you want to write check out our latest items. Okay, you're going to write something like that. And then you can change the heading size accordingly if you want to. And all that stuff going on with it. Now, once you're over here and you've done all of this, then obviously you can again go ahead back to the theme settings. Now, in the theme settings, again, first of all, you have the logo, and here's the logo. We just added the logo up here, obviously. Then down here you have the colors, and these are the colors of your page. And again, as you can see, I changed the color for the font. I changed the color for the background. I changed the color. I'm pretty sure it was yellow before, but now I've changed it to a green. Used for solid button background. Obviously, these are the different solid buttons. Solid buttons are, these buttons over here that people can use for, shop. They can use it for like outline buttons and all that. So you can change this accordingly too if you want to. And you have the primary labels that you can mess around with. The primary labels, again, are these things down here, like your product labels and all that. So you can mess with that as well. But now that we have, we have a proper announcement and we have a good header with a good, start off section, like image with text and everything. Again, you're gonna then just come back to the section where you're gonna see all the products. Now the products you're gonna see are gonna be visible down here. Okay, so example product title, example product title, example product title, etc. Okay, so this is where you're gonna see all that stuff. Now, to add products, okay, to basically add products, you're gonna come here and you're gonna go to products and add them. Okay, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. Okay, because those are pretty easy to add and pretty essential to add. So I'm gonna get into those in like a few seconds into the video. Right now, once we've edited everything, then obviously you're going to come here into the home page, and over here you can see different pages. Like you have the products page, and obviously we don't have any products, so it won't open the product page for us, so you can just leave that for now. But yeah, till then you can just mess around with the theme settings and custom CSS more if you want to. Again, go in theme settings over here, go to, let's say you have buttons, you can choose the button thickness if you want to. As you can see, the button has just gotten more bigger and thicker. Then you have variant pills, and these are obviously the pills of the corner radius of your page, and you can mess around with these as well accordingly if you want to. And once you've done all your homepage customization, now what you're gonna do is we're gonna head over to our essential pages, let's say. Okay, now before getting into the essential pages, let me also discuss like one important thing that I left out is your typography. And your typography is basically your font and stuff. So right now it's Oswald medium, but you can change it to whatever you like. So if I click on serif, look at that, it changes it to that. Now in an online store's case, a good thick fun font is pretty good. So you know what? I'm just going to keep it at Oswald because it looked pretty good over there. So I'm just going to keep it Oswald. And yeah, beautiful. I like what I see. So once all of that is done, just make sure to save your page. And once we've done that, let's go ahead and discuss the essential pages. So I'm just going to back out of this and I'm going to go ahead over to, let me save. Now, once you have saved and everything, from here on out, just go ahead and head back to your main dashboard. Now once you're in your main dashboard, we're gonna head over to pages. Okay, now pages is the section where we're gonna add different types of pages if you want to. So to add pages, just come here. Now we're gonna go ahead and click on add page up here, and to add a page, we're gonna first of all obviously to add a title. Now basically there are a lot of pages when it comes to your online store, and in those pages a lot of things are pretty essential. So the first essential page is going to be your terms of service. Okay, now once you add your terms of service, now here what you're going to do is you're going to open your settings in a new tab, and once you do that, you're going to come down here where it's going to tell you your policies down here. You're going to click on that, and once you do that, once you're in your policies, you're going to come down here where it's going to give you terms and services. So you're going to click on create from template, and once it's created from template, you're going to copy all of this. Okay, and once you copy all of this, you're going to come here and you're going to paste it in this description. Okay, now you're probably wondering what the hell is going on, but trust me, just do this. It's for like your store's own good and everything. And once that is done, like once you've created this, now what you're going to do is you're going to add another page, and you're going to call this one privacy policy. And again, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to come here, you're going to find privacy policy, create from template, and then just select all of that, come here, paste it. Now once it's pasted, click on save again, and once that is saved, again come back, and once you're back here, again pretty easy stuff. You're gonna go on add page, you're gonna write refund policy. Okay, then accordingly, again come here, create from template, copy this, come here, paste it, save. So now you have the refund policy and everything as well. And as you saw, just pretty simple stuff, pretty basic and easy stuff. Now we have if we were to go over it again, we have a refund policy, we have a privacy policy, and we have a terms of service page. So these are the three essential pages that we just added. Now you're probably wondering, why are these essential? Like, why do we need to actually add these? Why did we, have the field to actually add these? Now, we added these because these pages are necessary for every single page, because you are like required to give policies on your online store for proper SSL certificates and everything. And if you don't have those, your online store isn't going to be very successful. And this is also the place where people are going to use. Now another page that just hit me, I just realized, is the contact us page. I totally forgot about this one, because the contact us page also needs to be created. So you're going to go ahead and click on save on this for now. We're not going to do a lot of stuff over here. And once you've created a contact us page, we're going to go ahead and click on view page. Now once you click on view page, as you can see, not a lot is going on. Wait a second, let me just reload everything. Okay, now once everything is reloaded, as you can see, like over here again, I'm just gonna go ahead on view. Okay, go on view page. As you can see, if you go on view page, not a lot is going on because obviously this is your contact. Now to create a contact, create your, essential contacts, you're gonna write, let's say, call us. Like you can write call us or maybe, email us, stuff like that. Call us at, let's say, you input a number, like a random number, okay? And then you can write email us at, then you can put in your email. So you can write business email at yourname.com, stuff like that. And once you do that, you're going to click on save. And once you click on save, you're going to go on view page. And basically, it takes a few seconds to, load up. So just wait for it to do that. And once it's done, it's gonna, all the stuff is gonna appear up here for you. So that's gonna be a pretty cool thing as well. Now that we've created a contact us page, let's go ahead and create another page. And this page is gonna be your about us page, okay? Now you're gonna write about, you're gonna write us. Now, once you've written, about us, what you're gonna do from here is basically you're gonna, write about yourself. So who you are, okay, you can write that. What's your business is, okay, then you can write why you started. Then you can also tell them to meet the team, all this stuff, which is pretty essential when it comes to telling about yourself. So you can, again, tell them who you are, tell them what your business is, tell them why you started the business, and tell them to, introduce them to your team, introduce them to all the people that have been, working pretty hard to make their products and all that stuff. So once all that is, done, once all of that is properly made, from there on out, what you're gonna do is you can just link it to your main, about us page if you want to, or you can, keep it separated if you want to, and you can also make these bold if you want to. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna click on that, make it bold. You can italicize it, you can underline it. I would not underline it. So once you've done with that, click on save. And obviously these are pretty essential. Like if you go in view page, again, as I said, it takes a few seconds. So basically over here, this, like, you're probably wondering, this is just idle. Okay, how are you going to edit this? Obviously you're going to edit this by going into your store customization. Over there you are going to do this, but yeah, once that is done, we're going to go ahead and add another page for ourselves, okay? And that is going to be the FAQs page, okay? Now, the FAQs page is also pretty necessary because you're going to tell people, like, let's say people have questions and they're frequently asking it and you don't want to keep on answering them. You can just make an FAQ space so people can check it out and, get their questions answered. Like there's a question of how can we order from your store? So that could be an FAQ and you could, choose it. So first of all, go ahead to the formatting and change it to heading 2, and you can write frequently asked questions, okay? Write that. Then you're gonna come down here. We're gonna change it back to heading 1. Make it bold, okay? Make it bold, as I said. There we go. So write, let's say here's a question, right? What are your hours? Let's say that's a question. And then you can write the answer down here. Let's say we are open from, 8 to 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then obviously go ahead with more questions, and do make sure to make the questions bold, okay? I'm just gonna leave a space. There we go. And then you can all obviously keep on going on ahead and writing more questions accordingly if you want to. So you get the whole point. This is how you're gonna do all the FAQs. And it's pretty easy stuff, pretty dandy stuff. As you can see, we just created this. And again, if we go on view page, okay, let me just load in the view page view. And look at that. That's how it looks. So what are your hours? We're open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now, obviously, you're probably wondering that this looks pretty ugly. So to edit this, as I said, what you're going to need to do is you're going to make sure to go in your store's customization, again, by going on online store and then going on your themes and stuff. So that's how you're going to, basically do it. Now, do remember to, keep this as your main theme. You're going to make sure to publish it before. So publish this Okay, and now as you can see, right is your theme. Now if you go back on your pages, now let's go over it again. You have terms of service page, you have privacy policy, refund policy, contact us, about us, and FAQs. So now if you were to go on FAQs, we go on view page. Look at that. That's how it's going to look. And now it pretty much looks familiar to you, right? Now, to mess around with, the navigation, you're probably wondering, how are people going to navigate themselves to these pages? Okay, don't worry, I'm going to take you through that as well. First of all, you're going to come down here. Okay, now down here you can see you have your menus. Okay, so you're going to go over to main menu. Okay, and once you go in main menu, you're going to click on add menu item, and let's say you're going to go on search, link, or paste. You're going to go in pages, and once you go in pages, as you can see, these are all the pages we added. So terms of service, refund policy, privacy policy, and all that. So let's go ahead and add privacy policy. Okay, now once you add that in, it automatically adds the name, and you're going to click add. And look at that, it just added the page itself. Then you have, the refund policy. Go on pages, refund policy, add that, add menu item again, pages. Okay, and you have terms of service, add that. And then, you just accordingly keep on going and adding, then just click on save menu, and just back out from there. And once all of that is done, obviously you have the footer menu. These are obviously the main menu items, which are going to be, the ones down here, the ones up there. Then you have the footer menu. Okay, now in the footer menu, you can, add your FAQs and stuff. So if you go on pages, you can add FAQ. Okay, again, go here. You can add an about us over there. So about us. Okay, add that. And then we're going to add one more, which could be, let's go ahead with, the contact. And once we add that, I'm going to click on save. And let me show you how it looks. You're going to go to your online store theme over here. You're going to click on this eye. Okay. Now, once you click on this eye up here, as you can see, you have now added, first of all, there's the contact page. Okay. Here's your contact. Then there's the privacy policy page. And as you can see, here are your privacy policies. Look at that. Look at all of that. Like, you just added that in like a few seconds. How easy was that? Then you have the refund policy page. Okay, there's all your refund policies. Then you have the terms of service page. And if we go and scroll down here, okay, wait, let me just show you what the footer looks like. So scroll down here. And once you scroll down here, basically your footer, which like you're going to enable from your, main store, that is going to be shown down here. Now, one more thing that I forgot to mention is that you can also make, you could say, underline, so if I were to add this under here, like if I were to, drag this by the side and under it, like on the bottom right, you're going to see that I've made a drop down for contact, which is going to be about us. So if I go here, I'm going to reload this page. Let me show you what it looks like. So let me reload all of that. It might take a few seconds because obviously once you save it, it does not immediately give you like the results you're looking for. So we're just gonna wait for that to click in, and until that happens, you can also go to blog posts. Now blog posts are pretty essential as well, because blog posts are a great way to build a community around your products and your brand. Now, these are pretty essential as well. So to create these, all you're going to do is you're going to click on create blog post. Okay. Now, once you click on create blog post, you can, write stuff like, first of all, write sample title. Okay. Sample title. Okay. You wrote that, make it bold, turn it into heading 1. And once you do that, you can write it in smaller text now as a sample para text. Okay. Now, once you've written all that, from there on out, just add all the things you want. And once you do that, you're going to go ahead and click on save. Now, make sure to have a title. I just forgot to keep a title. Okay. Now, once you've done that, basically, one of the most essential parts of an online store is the domains. Okay. Now, for domains, what you're going to do is you're going to head over to settings. Okay. Now, once you're in settings, okay, you're going to search domains, and it's going to be somewhere down here. And once you click on domains, as you can see, buy or connect a domain. Secure the perfect domain for your store that customers can trust and find easily. Buy a new domain from Shopify or connect a domain you already purchased from a third party like Google Domains or GoDaddy. then you obviously, have all these domains down here, and you can, get a domain off. You have Hostinger, you have GoDaddy, and all that stuff. In my opinion, the best to, get a good domain, a domain that actually works, a domain with which is, trusted. I'd recommend Hostinger because Hostinger is like an amazing online cloud platform with great domains. So please do go ahead with this because it just works wonders. And once you have a domain, just click on connect existing domain. And once you do that, you can just write your domain, verify that it's actually yours. And once you've done that, you're good to go. You can also buy a new domain that Shopify provides you with. Like, let's say you're going to write something.com. And look at that. Shopify gives you the domain and it gives you the authority to get it. Now, once we've discussed all those things, let's go ahead and discuss one of the final things, which is your store preferences. Okay, now your store preferences are pretty important as well because these in a way are your SEO. So first of all, there's your title and meta description, which helps define how your store shows up on search engines. So this is, as I said, your basic search engine optimization, SEO and stuff. So, your homepage title should be, short, robust, and precise because this is basically what people are going to see when they, write something related to your store, or when they, see something according to, your analytics and all that stuff. So do make sure to have a good store title and a good store description. And once you do that, make sure to have a good social sharing image, because when you share a link to your store on social media, an image is usually shown in your post. This will be used if another relevant image can't be found. Then you have the Google Analytics, which enables you to track the visitors to your store and basically generate reports that will help you with your marketing. Okay, and remember when I said that I'm going to teach you like somewhere in the end about products? So let me tell you really quickly, you can add products for yourself. So let's say to add products, you're going to go here in the top left where it says products, you're going to click on it. And first of all, if you're doing drop shipping, obviously that's a totally different video. If you want to know how you can import drop shipping products, do let me know down in the comments below and I'll make a totally new video for that. But like in quick words, you can import drop shipping products by just, integrating your Shopify with an external, app frame like CJ Dropshipping, Deezer's Dropshipping, and all that stuff. But to put your own product in, you're going to go and click on add your product. Okay. Now, once you click on add your product, let's go ahead with Dell Monitor 27 inch. Okay. We're just going to write that. Write a good description that this is the best quality monitor you will find in all stores. Okay, write something like that. Then obviously a photo is pretty necessary when it comes to products like these. So once you've added a photo and everything, keep a price. Okay, I'm just gonna keep a random price at this time. And once you've done all of that, just make sure to go ahead and save this. And once you save this, let's head over to our online store. Now over here, what you're gonna basically do is come down on home. And look at this, your product has just been added. Dell Monitor 27 inch, just added the, the photo, added the price and everything. And as you can see, this is a great way to, get started with your online store and everything. So yeah, that is, you could say, basically it for this tutorial. Now, if I were to go over everything again, basically just come to Shopify. And to come to Shopify, again, the link you're going to be using is website worldmedia.com/Shopify. See, it's pretty easy. Website worldmedia.com/Shopify, and then all you're going to do is just enter it. And once you enter it, you're going to be redirected to the main Shopify page. And from there on out, then just start creating your store, start signing yourself up, and just follow all my tutorials. And yeah, that's basically it. That's how you're gonna get a fully successful online store. So yeah, that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed and found it informational, please drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the upcoming future, please let me know down in the comments below and I will make more videos for you. But yeah, until then, I hope you all keep having a great and amazing day. That was all from me, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.